Hey, I'm Ben Silverio.
I'm Warwick Johnson.
And I'm Ansel Birch, your host in post.
And it's
Time to party!
This episode was recorded on August 9th. We are not doctors. We don't give medical advice. Please drink responsibly.
Come on down and learn about Timecop.
That is right, party people. Welcome back to another exciting edition of Time to Party. Two-time, two-party, two-time, two-party, Free Furious. I don't know what we're...
Time to Tokyo Drift.
There
you go.
That's the one.
That's
the one.
Oh, man. And with our special guest, Han Solo.
Ooh,
If
wish.
only.
In carbonite. So,
Yeah.
Aw.
he's here, but
Aw. Yes, we have an awesome month of content planned for you people.
it's going to be a good September.
It's gonna be good. We are welcoming our good friend, my roommate, Warwick Johnson.
Hello.
Yes, acclaimed comic book writer.
Well, acclaimed by like 4 people. But
Two
yes.
of them are in the room,
That
though.
still
2 of them
counts,
are.
right?
It does count. Yes, comic book writer, aspiring novelist, office manager. I don't know. I'm trying to think of fun
Prolific,
titles that I have.
Hawaiian shirt wearer.
Yeah, prolific Hawaiian shirt wearer.
Shaver of heads.
2011 Associate of the Year award winner from Boston Consulting Group.
Look at that.
Yeah,
There
very
you go.
fancy. I had a glass statue from them. And then I did not like that job. So when I left, I smashed it.
Smashy,
I was
smashy.
hoping
Smashy,
that was where
smashy.
that was going.
Yeah, it made a very satisfying smash.
Nice.
But every once in a while, I'm kind of like, man, I wish I had that glass award though. Still, it looked very impressive.
Was it more or less impressive than Jamie Lee Curtis's award in Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Less.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hers is much better.
Fun fact, you can just buy those.
Yeah, that's true. I thought about it.
Yeah.
A24 is selling a candle version of it.
Aw.
Interesting.
They're also selling the hot dog hands.
Yes.
Fun.
Oh my God. I kind of want to buy some hot dog.
I got to hold a pair, and I was just like, "This
What?
is wild."
The directors brought it when you
They
interviewed?
did, yeah.
Oh man, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that. And now we're going to talk about Everything Everywhere All at Once.
know, right?
No,
We should.
Such a good movie.
it's not really time travel in it though, unfortunately.
No.
Multiverse, it's
Although there are some theories where the multiverse and time travel are the same thing.
well, yes.
We are the only cops of our time to party.
Haha, speaking of Cops of Time.
Aha.
When I asked Warwick to do this, I thought that he was going to say Avengers Endgame.
Nope, I chose a different comic book movie.
He did, and it's Timecop,
Yep.
starring Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. And Mia Sara and Ron
Mia
Silver.
Sarah. Do love me some Mia
America's
Sara.
sweetheart, Ron Silver.
Right. I thought you were going to say Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, well, but he's the muscles from Brussels though.
Ah, right.
Yeah, America's dual citizenship sweetheart, I guess.
The best
Our
guile.
unknown sweetheart.
Yeah.
The best guile we've gotten so far.
He's on excursion. That is actually true. He is definitely the best guile. In a brief tangent to Street Fighter, that movie is not as bad as I remember
It's
it
not.
being.
Ming-Na
I
Wen is
really enjoyed
great.
it. Ming-Na Wen's always great.
Ming-Na Wen was in that movie?
Yeah,
She's Chun-Li.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who plays Bison?
it was somebody good, but I
Yes.
don't remember who it was now.
Raul Julia?
Raul Julia, yes.
Oh, wow.
It was his final role.
Final role.
I do remember when they announced the cast going, what?
Went from Gomez Adams to M. Bison. What a coda to
That's some range.
classic career. Yep.
Isn't he he was a Shakespearean actor
Yeah,
too, right?
for like a very long time. He was like a big time stage actor, and then he finished his career out playing those 2 roles basically. So, R.I.P. Pour one out.
R.I.P.
First rule of the night.
Yeah,
Take a shot out of respect.
Out of respect for Raul Julia.
Always. That's how you should always start your night.
Yep.
That's your pregame.
Every night. Just We've got a
Every
big.
night.
We should get a big mantle to him. Just him as M. Bison.
Just him as Bison.
And underneath it, just say, "But for me, it was just Tuesday."
Get like a big velvet painting of him.
Yes, there's got to be velvet paintings of M. Bison
There
somewhere.
has to be.
Otherwise, what are we doing? Like, why are we wasting our velvet?
It's true. What are we using velvet
We
for?
don't need more
other than that?
Elvises.
Yeah, right.
Elvi?
Elvi? Yeah, I think it is actually. Elvipodes, right? Isn't that what it
Yep,
is?
Elvipodes.
Elvipodes.
That's exactly it.
A group of Elvis is called an Elvipode.
You can take that to the bank or Vegas.
Or Vegas. The Vegas Bank, which is also, funny enough, just Elvises
Yeah,
running around, giving people money.
it's true.
Turns out they're not fungible.
No, non-fungible Elvises. Elvi.
What do the good people at IMDb have to say about Timecop?
Right, if you don't know anything about Timecop, here is what our good friends at IMDb say. Max Walker, an officer for a security agency that regulates time travel, must fend for his life against a shady politician who's intent on changing the past to control the future.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which honestly, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, a shady, corrupt politician that is using time travel to make himself rich and win the presidency. It's very, very accurate. Very topical.
I mean, I feel like as soon as time travel becomes just a thing that anyone can do, that's all it's gonna be.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about this movie is that Ron Silver is the head of the Senate committee that oversees it. And he has a tremendous amount of power, including shutting it down. And this time we were watching it, I was like, bullshit, he is able to shut this down so easily. That would be sitting with a filibuster for like a decade until they passed it, like tacked on to some unrelated like schools and guns bill or something, you know? So I call shenanigans.
I mean, if that's the biggest things you're calling shenanigans on in this movie.
Oh yeah, the rest of the movie is airtight. This is the most physically accurate film about time travel ever made. At no point did I go, okay, come on.
And if he did, you'll find out in our next episode.
It's true.
Haha, tune in.
Stinger? No, that's not it.
It's a
Teaser?
Teaser, there it
There it is.
Teaser.
Yes. So, in order for you to get ready for this Jean-Claude Van Damme classic, we have a few drinking and smoking rules for you. For your first time, for your, I don't know, how many times have you seen this movie? 100th time?
No, I think I've probably seen this movie about at least a dozen times. My guess is around 20. This was a film that we didn't own it on VHS, but we had taped it on the VCR when it was on HBO.
Sweet.
This is how old that I am. Is that I distinctly remember it with like the handwritten on the side. So my brother and I were huge action movie fans, and so we would do that. We would tape some of them. We owned Demolition Man, and then I think eventually wore that tape out.
Oh, yeah.
That one and Batman, the original movie with Michael Keaton.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, those are the two. Those are the two big ones.
At least you had it taped off of HBO.
Yeah, no commercials.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like unnecessary edits, you know?
Yeah, like the unexpected nude scene, for example.
For example.
That was
Was in there.
intact.
Was in
That was in there.
Oh, that's why you and your brother liked it.
No. But you could not watch an action movie made before like 1998 without there being an unrelated nude scene.
There had to
That
be
was just
10 seconds of nudity was a requirement.
yes. You could not make a film with any kind of action in it unless there were boobs.
Yeah.
It was the hard and fast rule of Hollywood. And you go back, even Point Break has a shower scene for no reason.
Yep.
And it's like, yes, had to hit that quota.
I'm pretty sure that's why the titty calendar is in the background of Die Hard, just
Yep.
so that just so
it
they can meet the
fulfills
quota.
quota.
And they draw attention to it so that way they're sure he like lingers on it
In
and
case
touches
you
it.
missed it.
So that way the executive was like, hey, where's the boobs in
Where's
this?
my titties?
Ah, there it is. Ah.
He has a cigar.
In an
Yeah,
elevator
of course.
shaft. Who thought?
I demand titties, damn
And
it.
a man, titties. I got two problems. One, lose the German guy. Two, throw some titties in there. So my first one
Okay.
is that you should take a drink every time Jean-Claude Van Damme and Bruce McGill, who plays Matuzak, every time they tell and don't show that they are best friends. Because this entire film, every time they're together, one of them will be like, that's why you're my best friend. You're my best friend. At best, these guys are colleagues that happen to know each other's names.
Right.
In the way that they act around each other. Bruce McGill does relatively sacrifice himself to send Jean-Claude Van Damme back in time, which is undone by time shenanigans. But that is also in Bruce McGill that doesn't know that they are best friends. That just takes Jean-Claude Van Damme's word at it.
Yeah, and you're a writer. What's one of the first things they tell you as a writer for a visual medium?
Get drunk. Oh, no.
After
that. Show, don't tell.
Exactly.
Yes.
Show, don't tell.
There is not a single scene of them doing anything that would make you believe that they were friends if they weren't constantly saying it.
Exactly.
So every time one of them says to the other one how good of friends they are, how close of friends they are, take a drink.
Do it. I have a smoking rule, just because it might ease the pain of what you're taking the hit for. Take a hit every time they're wildly wrong about 2004.
Yes.
There's so
You
much.
are gonna get fucked up.
Yeah. High as shit. Higher than Jean-Claude Van Damme's kicks.
I will say, if you're looking to make this a mellow evening, if this is like a Monday night that you're doing this, you can choose to do it just the first time they show one of the ridiculous 2004 cars, and not every time they show it. But the cars are the most insane thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's like they were like, okay, well, what do the cars look like in 1984, which was 10 years ago from now? Oh, basically exactly the same. All right. They're going to be completely different in 10 years. I don't quite get it. And they could have tied it in to the whole Macomb and the computer processors thing, because the guy develops a liquid cooled processor that is very powerful, and that's what makes him super rich.
Right.
And Macomb, the evil senator, basically lost patience in his own company and was like, well, buy me out. I don't believe in you. Just let me out of this. And so that's why he is broke in the future, and he has to come back and be like, no, don't get bought out, take over the company or whatever. So it's possible that those processors advance car technology so much. But I mean, if that's true, they should have said that.
Sure.
It does look like the Tesla truck. I'm not going to lie.
Yes, but that Tesla truck came out 2020.
Oh, sure.
I mean, but yeah, my guess is that Elon Musk was watching Timecop and he's like, I got a great idea.
Yeah, that's almost certain.
Yeah. He's
Because no one else in the
incapable of
process
coming
went,
up.
this is a great idea.
Sure.
Just him. And he's incapable of coming up with his own ideas, so that's why he watched it on Timecop.
I get that.
So what are the drugs that we're allowed to advocate for?
I mean, usually it's anything you can drink or smoke.
Okay.
I don't think we've ever specified what drugs you should be taking.
So should I cross off my do a line for the next one then? Do a whole
We'll call that
line.
a shot rule.
Okay, all right, there we go. That's good. All right. Do an entire syringe of black tar heroin. No, wait, sorry. Oh gosh.
Overcorrected
Let me
the other way.
fix that. No, but I think that so Jean-Claude Van Damme and Mia Sara's character love each other very much.
They do.
Aggressively, I would say,
Yeah.
at times. So I feel like
They're horny on Maine a lot.
they are horny on Maine a lot. And she spends most of the movie dead. Fucking dead. And it's still
Spoilers.
a lot. Spoilers. It happens in the first 10 minutes. Are we not allowed? I've spoiled a lot of this movie already, for the record.
I think the statute of limitations is probably up.
Yeah, I think so. This came out in 94. I mean, it's older than Jurassic Park by a month. Okay, but you should take a shot every time Jean-Claude Van Damme and Mia Sara are excessively horny in public. Because at one point, they definitely bang in... my hope is their backyard, but we see their house. It is not secluded. So, I mean, and then there's the mall scene.
Yes.
And I'm sure I know there's another one. So that is going to be my rule. So take a shot every time Jean-Claude Van Damme and Mia Sara are horny on Maine. Horny as fuck is what I wrote down.
And like, we don't see it in the movie, but she's probably banging future Van Damme too, right?
In when she's alive? Yeah. Oh, you mean when he comes back?
Right.
Yeah, probably.
So in this movie, we see at least 2 versions of Van Damme.
Yep.
Fucking Mia Sara.
Oh yeah. My guess is after they resolve everything with the lava lamp and everything else, threesome.
Oh yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
It's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
So I have one more rule for Timecop. It's ridiculous. But I'm sure all of our rules have been kind of ridiculous, right?
I mean, the movie is ridiculous.
The movie is ridiculous.
Lean in, yeah.
Yes.
I cannot stress enough that he's a Belgium time cop whose name is Max Walker. I don't know why this bothers me so much, but it does.
I like to think that his full name is Maximum Walker.
Maximum Walker.
It's gotta be.
So my last rule is take a drink every time Jean-Claude Van Damme takes a dive. He's just randomly diving, like it's not even strategically sound.
Yeah,
Like, he's just diving for the hell of it.
It's like he's in a John Woo movie.
There it is.
Yeah.
So do you think John Woo got it from Timecop? Is that...
I mean, at this point, I think there have been a bunch of great John Woo films, and I feel like he's just always been like, okay, there has to be doves and there has to be flipping and diving,
Yes.
like in all of his films. I think that when he was growing up, he was like, there's not enough doves or diving in this movie. Like, how do people know that it's an action film? And that's why he went to film school.
Ah, yes.
I like to imagine that. To John Fu, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
Wow.
John Woo. That's
love it.
that's the movie that I'm gonna make, where it's a drag queen action film.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would watch the shit out of that movie.
Yeah.
Starring Keanu Reeves.
Starring Keanu Reeves. Get RuPaul as the villain,
Ooh.
playing like the Sam Jackson in Kingsman kind of role.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Okay.
Who would be the leader of the small town whose life has changed?
Oh, that's a good question.
I mean, do you go for a like established drag queen, or do you get another like non-drag queen
Well, I think for the
drag
town,
up?
Well, because
But,
like
like,
in the
the-
town they had Stockard Channing,
right? Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, that's the one.
I feel like he would be the kid who runs the clothing store.
No, he is playing Stockard Channing.
Okay.
And by that I mean like
Dress
literally
Timothy Chalamet
playing
as-
as Stockard Channing.
Okay.
That's the character that he's playing.
Fair.
As famed actress Stockard Channing, played by Timothy Chalamet.
All right. He has range as an actor. I think he could do it.
I mean, he doesn't have that much range.
I've never seen him act. I'm just kidding.
You haven't seen Dune? Dune?
No, I haven't seen Dune.
I don't know.
It's really good.
Dune. Or Little Women. He plays,
Joe.
Somebody.
yeah, Joe. He plays the littlest woman in the movie. He plays the one who dies. Oh, spoilers for Little Women. Yeah, like most of them die, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
it's,
Florence Pugh kills them.
What?
Yeah, it's a real bloodbath.
That's the action movie I want to see.
That's the Little Women done as like the Expendables
With Florence Pugh.
with Florence Pugh.
She can do it. She has range.
She has range.
does.
She actually does have range.
I
love
watched a
her.
supercut of her in Hawkeye last night,
So
and it was much better than a supercut had any right to be.
I mean, she is literally I liked Hawkeye. She is literally the best part of that show.
Easily.
Hold on. I feel like Kate Bishop is
Pizza
the
dog?
best part.
Kate Bishop was great, but I
But
feel
then,
like
like,
she
1A
was the best.
is Kate plus Yelena.
Yeah, I think most of Yelena's scenes are with Kate Bishop, and I think that's probably why
Okay,
she's
that's
like
fair.
the best part of the show. The two of them together,
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah, agreed.
I told Warwick this before, but I have a theory that Thunderbolts will include Kate Bishop and Yelena.
Oh, interesting.
I think Yelena is a slam dunk to be in it.
Sure.
Oh,
because she's
can't-
already met
you can't
Contessa.
not.
She's already met Contessa. Yelena was on the Thunderbolts at one point, even though it was secretly Natasha in disguise.
Sure, yeah.
So don't at me, nerds. But Yelena was part of the Thunderbolts with Norman Osborn running the show. So I feel like she's probably a shoo-in for the movie.
Also, I believe it's the latest run of Thunderbolts where Hawkeye is in it. Clint Barton is on the team.
I think
so
Hawkeye is running it.
A Hawkeye on the team in the MCU makes sense.
That'd be
agree.
a hell of a coup as well, because, I mean, we're expecting Kate Bishop to be, always on the right team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting. I mean, Walker will definitely be in it. I'm like, give me Zemo.
Oh my God, more dancing Zemo.
Oh, we have to have
We
Zemo.
have to have Zemo in it. Throw him in the
actually-
Citizen V costume for something.
I think Zemo's got to be the leader now.
Yeah.
Well, Abomination is probably going to be on the team too.
Oh, for sure.
Ooh.
He's definitely getting a,
He's getting a resurgence right now.
redemption arc is the wrong word.
No.
The Obama-sans?
The Obama sons.
The Obama-sans?
Wow.
But hey, Wong can fix anything.
It's
Just
true.
throw more Wong in stuff.
Apparently.
So for my last rule,
Okay.
I think that you should finish your drink when the lava lamp scene happens. And
know it when you see it?
you will know it when you see it.
Yes,
At the
you
end
will.
of the movie, there's a lava lamp scene that happens. It leaves a stain on the floor. It's very gross. So that is where you should finish your drink. Kind of feel like you should also take a drink every time there's massive, giant foreshadowing signs flashing in the background when they're like, the same matter can't occupy the same space. They say it like 20 times, and you're like, we fucking get
Get
it.
it.
And they're like, just so, and then they say it right before it happens,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, we know, we're not idiots. I can't help but feel like that was a studio note where they're like, well, what happened? Like, why did that happen?
Yeah, somebody who had fallen asleep during the screening but wanted to sound clever.
Wrote that in. They're like, you heard him. You gotta throw that line in there, add in that, and then make sure he still says, I'm still kicking.
times.
Put in a bunch more times.
We need to hammer this home.
And
They were
bring
like,
me
we already said it 10 times, but okay.
and bring me pictures of Mia Sarah dressed as Spider-Man.
All right, now that you have some very eclectic rules.
Yeah,
Yes.
a wide range.
A wide range of rules to choose from.
Also, my last rule, I think, should just be like, drink whenever you feel like it. If you're like, oh man, Jean-Claude Van Damme looks so good with a mullet, drink. You know? Anytime that thought pops in your head.
I'm surprised you guys didn't do a drink every time they don't follow their own rules.
Oh, yeah. You would be.
You'd be dead?
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing is, so there are some bizarre rules in Timecop.
Sure.
So they have a hard time following it. I feel like the rest of us have a hard time following it because they're the only rule they follow is that you can't go into the future, which is insane. I think that's weird. If you can travel through time, you can definitely go to the future.
We're
But they're
definitely going to touch on that in the next
Yeah.
episode, but it's wild that that's a thing.
I thought about doing one where it's you take a drink every time Jean-Claude Van Damme is the worst time cop because he frequently breaks his rules. But a big subplot of the film is how Internal Affairs is investigating him.
Yeah.
So the movie at least knows that he's terrible at his job. And that's comforting for me.
A little bit.
A
He's a
little
loose
bit.
cannon.
He is a loose cannon. Run around the time stream, kicking people with his Wolverine boots. Somebody's got to stop him.
Somebody's got to.
Somebody's got to.
And you know who's gonna?
Ron Silver.
John Spartan.
John Spartan. Yes.
Where's that crossover?
Where is the movie where Jean-Claude Van Damme time travels to Demolition Man
Oh my God.
and they have to team up against Simon Phoenix
Yes.
and Ron Silver?
Yes.
That's it. That's the movie.
Somebody
welcome,
travel
Hollywood.
back in time to the 80s and make that a movie.
Make that film. And then maybe the Terminator shows up. I don't know. Let's get weird with it.
So weird.
They have to unthaw John McClane to help them out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Does John McClane get frozen in one of the later movies?
If they froze John Spartan, then they would absolutely freeze John McClane. Like John McClane at one point like blows a helicopter up with a car. Like, yes, he absolutely is also like a Demolition Man. Demolition Man is the coolest nickname I think of any action movie hero.
Sure.
Just real quick.
So the sequel, Demolition Men.
Demolition Men.
That's the gay porn version.
Yes. Aw.
Just Simon Phoenix and John Spartan going at it.
Oh yeah, enemies to lovers trope.
Oh, Stella's favorite.
Stella's favorite. Can we
got something.
Can we get Stella to find some Demolition Man fanfics?
Oh my God, there's got to be some.
Gotta be some.
There has to be.
If we
some.
send her a message, she'll send us some by the end of the taping.
That's true. And listen, out there, if we aren't able to find something, I want one of you to write the filthiest fucking fanfic of Simon Phoenix and John Spartan, like right now, and then go back in time, avoid the TEC, go back in time and post it so that we can find the link to it while we're recording this. I think that's a fair.
That's a
fair ask,
yeah,
right?
That's a good ask.
Just go back like, I don't know, like June 2022 and post it on A23. You don't have to go back too far. A23, is that right?
A03?
A03.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I got close.
You did. You got real close.
I almost said A24, but I was like, nope, that's the horror company. And that's why I landed on
Well, they're not
A23.
just horror anymore.
Sorry, they're not just horror. It's the horror / everything everywhere all at once company.
Or Sell the Shell.
No, that's a horror movie.
Oh, right.
Spoilers for Marcel the Shell. It's a horror film.
It's such a good movie, though. Real talk. Marcel the Shell is a great movie. Go see it.
The good news is we definitely won't remember to check messages until the end of the taping.
1,000%.
So you've probably got like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's true.
And listen, and go out there.
Hours for us are weeks for you. Now that's time travel.
Haha, we're time travelers.
Yay!
We've made it. Warwick, Ansel, and I are wondering if there's any Demolition Man fan fiction. Sent.
And now we play the waiting game. Do 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 do. Join us next week. I don't.
That's what I was going to do.
Is that what you're
That's
gonna do?
exactly what I was going to do.
Ah, use the voice. Do the
Hey,
voice.
join us next week.
Ah,
Haha.
and bring us pictures of Spider-Man. Damn it!
Party people, thank you for tuning in to our first episode on Timecop. We will be back to review the movie and then give you some entertainment a little bit down the line, like we usually do. But before we get to that,
special thanks to April Moralba for our podcast art and to Marlon Longid of Marlon and the Shakes for our amazing theme song. This has been an Indecisionist production.
if you'd like to join the conversation, you can find us on the internet. I'm at Silverio20 on Instagram and Twitter.
I'm at Warwick_Johnson on Twitter.
I am at Indecisionist on Twitter and at The Indecisionist on Instagram.
Use the hashtag time2party. That's time, the number 2 party. Until next time, while you're working on your Demolition Man fan fiction, I want you all to remember, be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam.